What is going on, guys? It is Garfunkel, and today is the day that you've been waiting for. Today's the 1 month update of the Smile Direct Club. So it's been going pretty good so far. The experience has not been as bad as I would have expected, and I think you'll appreciate hearing that. I didn't really know what to expect going in, and it really hasn't been too bad. What I'm gonna do is kind of go over some of the things that I wish I had known prior to starting this journey. If you find anything helpful, please let me know in the comments. If there's anything that I left out that you have experienced while using these aligners, let me know that as well, because maybe it'll help someone else out or it'll help me out going forward in my remaining 3 months. At the end of the video, I'm actually gonna be posting the before and after picture, the progress picture for my 1 month journey. So it might not be too crazy. I really don't notice any difference yet, but I haven't really looked too deeply into these pictures yet. So I'll be interested to really compare those two. I have 10 things on my list that I want to go over with you guys that I think are going to be really beneficial to you. I kind of sat down, really thought about some of the things that I wish I had known going into this. So number 1, the first set hurts the worst. That first set on the first Friday that I started wearing these things was miserable. For the first couple hours, I was in straight up pain, that like headache pain. And I was like, this journey is going to suck. I thought it was gonna go nowhere because I was gonna give up and be really upset. However, after those first couple hours, the pain started to numb down. It wasn't as bad. And I really didn't experience that much pain at all afterwards. That being said, be prepared, okay? But none of the other first times I put the aligners in, the second week or weeks 3, 4, they were not as bad. So be prepared, okay? Just be ready for that. They are tight when you first put them in, but they loosen up. And the first couple times you take them out on those first and second days, they are a pain in the butt. So they do give you this little tool that I haven't used that you're supposed to like use to, it's still on its packaging, but you're supposed to use it to grip on and pull it down. Maybe I'll use them, but it's like the first couple times you take them out, you're thinking you're tearing your teeth out of your gums. So be prepared, that's all I'm gonna say. Number 2, keep them clean. All right, you gotta keep these things clean because they get dirty and smelly and nasty really fast, like really fast, faster than I thought. And I consider myself a pretty hygienic person. Brush my teeth a number of times a day. I wash my mouth and floss, and these things still get really dirty. Now I'm brushing my teeth after every meal. Everything I do, if I even grab something to drink that's not water, taking them out, brushing my teeth afterwards, and they still get dirty. So you gotta be prepared. I rinse them out after I take them out every time. I brush my teeth before putting them back in. And something that I wish I had known before starting is having a travel toothbrush, especially if you're working or doing something away from your home on a regular basis, and getting a second case, okay? It comes with one case. It's purple, it's nice looking, but you only get one. So if you forget it at home when you're going to travel, you're screwed. You do not want to put them in a napkin, okay? And I was like, what? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. But I was talking to some friends. The reason that is because people confuse that napkin that's balled up that has your aligners in it with a napkin that's been used for people wiping their face off or whatever. So people tend to throw those out in the trash can. So it's not that the napkin's really gonna deteriorate the aligners, it's that they're gonna get thrown out. Try to get a second case. You can go on Amazon. I'll post a link for a package of those. Just so they're not expensive, but it is good to have a second pair. You have to clean the aligners pretty often, okay? You have to clean the aligners pretty often. And all I do is once I take them out, I'll use my toothbrush and I'll brush them. Not necessarily with toothpaste or anything like that, but I brush them to get all that gunk off. Brush the insides and brush the outsides. You can noticeably see the gunk, and that'll build up over time. So about every other day, clean that off, all right? And you'll notice it building up. So once you take them out and you see that stuff, it's time to clean them. Number 3, the aligners basically make you go on a diet. All right, If you're a big time snacker or someone that eats multiple times a day, you're probably gonna change that. And that could be for the better or for the worse, depending on the type of person you are. The reason that is because every time you eat or drink, you have to take the aligners out. And sometimes you might not have the ability to take them out. Sometimes you'll be with a bunch of people and you don't want to see yourself slobbering all over taking the aligners out. Or you're lazy and you don't want to have to go and brush your teeth afterwards. I found myself saying no to a lot of things, like a lot of food or drinks that people offer me, just because I don't want to take them out. And I don't wind up in the kitchen in between meals looking for a snack. And that's been good for me. And it also makes me drink a lot more water, okay? Because I'll be kind of hungry, wanting a snack, and you're not allowed to drink anything that's not water with them in, so I drink water. It forces you to think about what you're eating. Maybe it's not necessarily a diet, but it does force you to drink or to think about what you're doing. Number 4, it's tough on your gums really early on, okay? That first set, I was having wearing and tearing in my gums, or on my gums, more than I really expected. Even to this point, every once in a while, I will get some uncomfortable places on my gums. Just because that's where the aligners sit. They actually grab onto your gums so that they don't move around. So it's uncomfortable. You have to get used to it, but they do give you a emery board, a nail file, so you can file down those sharp edges. Really useful. Use it. Don't let your gums just get torn apart by the sharp edges of the aligners. You might have to do it a couple times, but use that emery board. I mean it. Number 5, the aligners tend to get loose towards the end of every cycle of those aligners. So at the end of week 1, going into week 2, that last day or two of week 1's aligners were getting very loose, okay? Especially for me on the bottom, I can almost take them out without even touching them, okay? The top ones are still pretty tight for me, but the bottom ones are the ones that tend to be a little looser, a little faster. That's okay. If that happens to you and they start getting loose, don't worry. That means it's working, so trust the process. Number 6, talking is weird for the first day or two that you wear these aligners. Your tongue is not used to having something there preventing you from saying things. You kind of have a lisp for the first little bit. I think the main one for me has been saying anything that has an F in it, like a hard F, because I can't get any airflow out of it because the aligners just prevent it from leaving your mouth. So you do talk kind of weird. So I would recommend starting your aligners on a Friday, and it lucked out for me. That's just the day that it worked out, that I got my aligners on a Friday and I started wearing them on a Friday. But it gives you the weekend to prepare your mouth for actual everyday talking. If you work or you go to school, maybe you present, get used to it over the weekend. Kind of educate your mouth into what it's gonna feel like, and try to start on a weekend. Number 7, people can't tell that you're wearing them. It's very, very tough to see. Like if you're smiling, they might look like a little extra glisten to your teeth, but it makes it look a little whiter, you know? It makes them look a little cleaner. The only time that people are able to tell is if they're really close to you, like uncomfortably close, or if you talk weird, okay? And that's why I kind of recommend on the weekends starting it, but you do talk a little funny, which is when they'll probably notice that you're wearing them. So it's not like braces where you can just see them if they smile, if they open their mouth. You can't see them, you can't tell. And that's part of the reason why I really wanted to get these. And it actually does work, so they can't tell. It's awesome. Number 8, when I first tried them on, I said that the first week, that first day was super painful. I didn't think I was gonna be able to sleep, it was that painful. But as that pain started going down, it wasn't bad. So I thought going into this that sleeping would be difficult because of the pain in your mouth while you're trying to fall asleep. Not the case. Don't worry about sleeping. You will sleep fine through the night. You will get used to the way that it feels on your mouth, the tightness of the aligners, the little bit of pain that you get. You'll get used to it. Sleeping has not been an issue at all. Number 9, I expected when I saw my treatment plan where I have to wear one set of aligners for week 1, one set of aligners for week 2, and then 1 set of aligners for weeks 3 and 4. I expected weeks 3 and 4 aligners to be way different. I expected them to be much tighter in the beginning, and I expected them to get much looser towards the end of the treatment cycle. Now that today is the last day of month number 1, I didn't really notice that much. When I first put in the aligners for weeks 3 and 4, they weren't much tighter than all the other aligners. So I thought since it was a 2-week treatment, it was gonna be like hit it real hard in the beginning, be super painful, and then kind of progress over time. It really wasn't the case. Feels about the same as all the others. It did get a little looser at the end, but not by much. Number 10, you gotta stay positive. These aligners are a pain in the butt, but you have to stay positive, okay? It's all gonna be worth it. Even though a bunch of the comments that I've said already have been fairly positive, it still makes life tougher when you have to go to the restroom, take the aligners out, do other tasks in order to eat or do other activities. It adds an extra loop to what you have to do every day. Stay positive. It's all gonna be worth it. I promise. Gotta stick to it. Trust the process, like I said before, and everything will go as planned. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you sticking through to the end here. If you have any extra things to say, any questions, any concerns, please comment them down below. I will answer them, I promise. And please enjoy the progress pictures at the end here. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.